Well, I'm back, guys. We're ready to power this thing up and see what we get, how well it works. And I still got some twiddling after it. If it worked, everything was working all right, or more cleaning. I want to go ahead and get the IF cans cleaned up. I think I said this before, that, or maybe I didn't, but these has got good writing on them, so they're more or less going to be cleaned and not super polished. I want to keep the writing there. And the other thing too is why I hadn't done it already, is they're not that bad. They just a little dirt, mostly around the top. And I always seem to have a problem if I polish a can up really good, or the capacitors and everything, and then go in the process of putting it back together. No matter what I do, they end up with fingerprints and everything else. I end up going back and having to repolish. Chassis already got several prints on it, and it's going to have to be cleaned. But anyway, we're going to turn it on and turn up some volume. See what we get. Up to about 60 volts. Got a dial light. Yep. You see the dial light. Current, too bad. We have some sound.
Don't miss the 2014 Farm Progress Show, August 26th. Funny? Being cool. That's the difference with pruning, heating, and air conditioning. And Brian, doing whatever it takes. Hear that? That's time running up. Spectacular Speedway ships to be full. There are just a few days remaining for you to get 0% financing for 72 months.
All right. Now the video may be a little dark, but with the lights on, it really would probably get pretty noisy, I imagine. Yeah. Bad enough I got a computer over here. And I've got a weird noise somewhere that has shown up on everything, every AM radio.
Their entire careers. This loyalty is then paid forward to thousands of family businesses.
Addiction disorder syndrome is not officially listed in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. And internet.
Two lives, a life in the field and a life fighting fires. It's a story of
Well, that's not too bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, I, El Rushmore, your guiding light host, your highly trained broadcast specialist, and real anchorman.
That station is 1040, and it's, judging from the dial, might be just at width of the dial below that. It's not bad.
Haven't shown up. The Clintons are nowhere.
I'm not,
I haven't seen them.
the lower end of the dial, we don't have very many radio stations around here that I can pick up. There's one, and it's pretty faint. It's in the very western part of the state, and it's, I think, not a real strong station anyway. But also, if you watch the video before this one, it's a video on a radio I got. I meant to mention it on there, but when I went to go get the radio, I had, of course it was FM I was listening to, but I had the radio on the car, and the station, like 10 or 15 miles away to the tower as the crow flies. But it was coming and going. Of course, there were some hills and stuff, but that station's strong enough that I can pick it up over 100 miles away without any problems. So, and being within, less than 20 miles on my trip from it, at the furthest point from it, it shouldn't have been doing that, even with the hills or anything. But the interesting thing I found was when it would start fading out because of me going in certain areas or up and down a certain hill or something, another station was coming in and on that same frequency, and at times would come in really strong. So there's some strange atmospheric conditions going on, something that is causing some signals. To do it on FM is kind of strange. Something's ionized. I mean, we got a front going through, and I suppose that's possible, but there's no real serious storms, at least not on the radar at that time. But I don't know, high humidity, something ionized in the atmosphere or what. So we're going to try something here, even though it's daytime now. That's lovely. Pick it up even on there. So we're not getting nothing on shortwave. I'll try probably play with it tonight and see.
We have permitted too many of our churches to retreat into some comfortable, numb, seeker-friendly Xanadu where they build.
Now we're going to try,
instead of comfort.
just curiosity's sake,
And we have permitted the Republican Party to be taken over by
just
respectless
do by ear,
political
just see how close these IFs are.
of defending and advancing our principles, conservative principles. But one of the most rotten fruits of this bitter harvest, a generational harvest, is the loss of the language itself. Entire words that meant one thing for generations now have completely different meanings, and nothing unhinges a culture faster than the loss of shared language and terminology. So, this guy, Steve Deese, says, to recover the language and thus our lost legacy. I went back to the master linguist
Bad, they were off a little bit.
of Webster's dictionary, for those of you in the lingo. Dictionary, we like to don't know what that is. Noah Webster was fluent 27 languages. Did you know that? He was. He was one of the most influential thinkers among the firstborn generation of newly minted Americans. He is
It's
best
not
known
too
today as
bad.
the father
I'll do
of
an
our
alignment to get it
education
exact,
dictionary,
but-
which bears his name. Webster is as responsible as any single person in our history for preserving
But there it is.
the American view
It's working.
of law and government passed down to us from the founding fathers. And yet, as we have collectively drifted
Tone control's working.
from our most cherished traditions because they've been under assault,
So it's working pretty good. That clicking noise is not actually from this radio. It's some sort of interference because and the higher the frequency, the more I pick it up. I pick it up on my FM radio in my car, and I pulled out a couple other radios I know work perfectly fine. That's got shortwave, and they're picking it up. But it started when school got back in. So I don't know if it's something, we live right within a block of all the schools here. So I don't know if it's something that with them or something else going on somewhere, but whatever it is, it's there. But now I noticed it on another radio I was working on, playing with, and it showed up. So I know it's not this. It's the same clicking. It was on it, and what I noticed in my car earlier today. And so in any case, I think at this point I got a little cabinet work to do or cleaning up. It's, the cabinet's not in too bad a shape. I got to order the buttons. I'll do that probably next week and get them on order and clean up the cabinet. It's pretty clean on the outside, but the inside needs a little cleaning. And probably put some orange oil on it to get it to look nice, shined up really good. And put her back together. Like I said, I'll do a minor alignment on it, but I don't think it's going to need much. So there you go, guys. I think that'll be the finale on this. The next video, or the next radio, will be that one that I showed on the previous video, this, and give you some ideas. I've checked the tubes in it. All but one tube they're good. The one tube is the 80 rectifier, but I'm not giving up on it yet. I probably will touch up the 2 pins on it, make sure that they're making contact, because I've had them before where they didn't. As it is, the filaments are not heating up, and I've seen them where I have one of them on one plate not work very good, but not both. So I think it's probably a pin. I'll touch those up. Did some preliminary checks on it and stuff, and I'll go over that on the first video on it. That's actually on its restoration. So I'll see you on the next video, and thanks for watching, guys.